My name is Jamie, and I'm going to be teaching you how to post on MediaCommons as a front page contributor. This is the current MediaCommons front page, and if you look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that the first thing that we'll need to do is to make sure that you have an account with MediaCommons. If you do not, go ahead and push register, and you'll find the information there to get an account, login, and author name. It takes about 24 hours for an account to be processed, so make sure you do that at least 24 hours ahead of when you want to post. If you already have an account, you can go ahead and log in, and this will take you to this screen. And once you're here, up here on the work bar, you'll see that you have an actual blog option, and you can look at your blog under my blog, but here we want to go ahead and make a new post. So you're going to push post, and the blog is a relatively simple user interface. It's also very typical of this kind of work, but you can go ahead and put in a title. There's my title. You also have other couple options starting out right now. Don't worry too much about the editorial categories, but you can also use tagging to help your article to be found by the search engines within MediaCommons, and that includes, after this post has been promoted on the front page. And the way that works is pretty simple. You go ahead and you type in something. Our example is going to be about women in digital space. So if you type in women, you'll notice that you'll get a couple different options. We can put women in media. We have women now. And we'll go ahead and select that. You put a comma in. You could put digital space. I think this is the only one right now on digital space, but we find feminist digital space if we look that up. And we can go ahead and list one more, but after you've gone through and tagged it, you can also come down, and there's a couple different options here at the bottom. Right now, the way the site is set up and something that we're working on is there can only be one author. So if you are co-authoring a piece, be sure to mention that somewhere within the article itself. You can also find out about revision information and other kind of things here that you can modify, but most of them are pretty standard. Once you're done setting all that kind of stuff up, doing your blog post is relatively easy. I actually wrote, this is one we did in December for Women in Digital Spaces, and I did it in Google Docs. And one of the reasons that I type things up for Google Docs is because the hyperlinks travel very well. So if you're going to use hyperlinks, it's a good place to start. So I've highlighted what I want to bring over and copy this information and bring it over into our blog. And you can see that all of my hyperlinks have traveled over very nicely. If I went to click on any of them, it would take me straight where I need to go. If you would like to add images to your post, you're free to do so. Right now you cannot upload files. They have to already be supported online for the blog posts. But the way that you find them is there's the picture box that's pretty standard. And for instance, we found this image, very digital humanities. You just find it, get its URL, and bring that over. And it'll look exactly like it does in the picture, but you can modify the sizes a little bit if it doesn't work. This one, it fits very nicely in this particular space. If you're bringing an image over from something like Flickr, which is less apt to let you share, we found this little picture here. It has a share option, and here you need to go through and embed a picture. So you want to grab the HTML code. We've got this on small. That's a good size for this particular picture. We might even be able to go one size larger. So if we go under share, we'll be able to pick that up, copy it, and instead of doing it in rich text, we'll have to switch over to plain text editor. Head down to the bottom, or wherever you want the picture to be, and put that in, and we switch back over. There it is. So that is how you edit and insert pictures into your post. Once you're done, you can preview it, make sure it looks exactly the way you want it to. So say we like the way that looks, we're going to go ahead and save it. And with this particular program, you're able to, if let's say that we decided that we don't like the extra space there between all the stuff, we are able to go in again and edit, and we can take some of that space out, for instance, if we didn't like that in between the two pictures. And you can go through and kind of edit as many times as you want. So that is how you upload, save, and edit a blog post. Once those are updated and saved, it is very easy for us to go through, find them, and publish and promote them. All right.